now, so. I texted her earlier and was like.
That's the only thing. So, you go in your office.
No.
Next to me.
Good evening. We're now gonna start the Board of Selectmen special meeting for the budget. We're gonna do the pledge of allegiance first. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first we'll do the citizens' comments. We have none. And now we'll do the new business, which is the budget discussion.
Lose your pen?
Yo.
I'll see you. We don't have to grow with each other.
So one of the things that I think one of the easiest ways to go through this is any place where we've got an increase,
Yep.
just look at how much the percentage, like right now I'm on something that's dues conference education for the EDC, went up 200%. But it went from 150 to 450, so it's 200% is a number that makes it stand out. And that's one of the things that I do when going through this, or I'm just going through this real quick and circling anything that's more than, a typical. That was right up at the top there, I think. 200% increase, the second one from the top.
Okay, yeah.
We have different pages. You're on your third page.
I was on the third page. That was just an example, of what I was doing. I was just going through and circling anything that was, an increase of more than just a couple of percent.
Right, because there's one for 114 for training for public works too.
Yep. So if we want to go back to the beginning, because basically all I did was just circled everything that was, more than a 10 or 15% raise. I don't think there's anything that's even a 10 or 15% raise. It's either a decrease or like that first 32% cleaning service.
Yeah,
It went up 32%.
that's because we added an extra day because it was getting bad over here.
Okay, so we added a day.
We added a
That's,
day, so.
Oh, it's $2,000 a day?
No, it's not 11 day. Is that for the year? That's for the year, right? That cleaning service?
yes.
What's that for the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, I'm looking at it 32%, you say it's one day, and it's going from $8,000 to $10,000.
Right, but that's adding one day per week for the entire year.
You didn't say that, you said one day.
Yeah.
No,
Every week.
One day.
they do a really good job for that 25.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they must have been cleaning the rafters and everything.
It's actually not even a whole, they just come and do the garbages in the bathrooms. One extra time a week.
Clean, and they do some cleaning too in the bathroom.
Yep.
And office supplies too. Well,
It did.
Yeah, for postage, or do we have any idea what it's for?
What is it?
Office supplies went up.
Because historically, that looked like it had been under budgeted. If you look at our actual expenditures for 24-25, we budgeted 8,500 and then spent 9,500. Wait.
Yeah, no, you're right,
Yeah,
you're right.
85 to 9,000.
Yeah, sorry, 8,500 and then spent 9,000. And so it looked like that was a place where it had just been under budget. We could cut that line, we would just have to make sure that we were actually cutting that expense also.
Okay, 2,25, so 529.
keep that or, you know?
Do you think we could get away with 1,000 for it? Instead of 1,700?
Well, at 24, 25, we actually, what's our spend like for this year? 25, 26. If we budgeted 5,300, are we already
No.
Or would you count?
For the
office
supplies.
supplies?
That's a
Let
five
me just take a
thousand.
quick look.
5,300 is what we had budgeted for this year.
Cause they took that down an awful lot. From 25, so from 24, 25 to 25, 26, which I understand why, because of, I was there last year.
Sorry, guys, just one sec.
Yep.
Well, we can come back to it once you find it.
Yeah.
Dues and education went up 100%.
So some of these, so here's the thing. If you look at the 24, 25, and then the 25, 26,
Yeah, it's coming back up to what it should be.
exactly,
Yeah.
because we had to push everything
Yeah.
down as much as we could last year to try and get the budget approved.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, when I went through it and I looked at all the way at the end of it.
Skip, to answer your question, we have spent so far $4,700. Up to 5,300
okay,
for this year.
do you have a forecast on total year spend? Do you have a forecast on total year spend based off of that?
I expect that we will hit 5,300 based on, credit card charges that still have to be entered, so.
Okay.
All of our supplies are ordered through Amazon on a credit card, so,
Okay. And then water monitoring, it was the dues conference education, and then the water monitoring. Again, just trying to bring it back up to what we actually spent in 24, 25.
Yeah,
And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the money that we pay for testing the water at, Beach Pond as well as the other
the water
bodies of
test.
water, yeah, yeah.
did the dues go up for council of small towns?
For the dues conferences and education.
Yeah,
The dues and conferences for council of small town. Or which one? Council of small town. That is a flat rate, I think that the Connecticut, the CCM one. The Conference of Connecticut Municipalities.
no,
No,
small town,
Council of Small Towns.
Oh, that's our membership.
that's what the dues are, they went
So
up.
it's increased because it's an increase.
Okay, that's what I asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Assuming the same for a NEPAD, that's a weird number. 3,053.
And I'm assuming that, because I think it makes sense to point out, when there's a significant decrease here as well,
Yeah,
like the 457B town contribution. We had a member of Public Works leave,
yeah,
correct?
It's directly related to the salary, so salaries are reduced because it's a percentage.
Yep.
Well, advertising is way down.
That's what I'm-
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Actual.
advertising under tax collector, the second
Yeah.
section. Just mentioned, Sue just mentioned that that's way down 58%.
So it was only 615, 20. What was it, 25, 26? Do we know what the actual is on that, Priscilla? On the advertising,
Advertising for a tax
tax
collector.
collector?
That is also due to what the expenditure was in 24, 25. If we want a budget for what is actually going to be spent, so it looks like for this year so far. Um. Those expenditures aren't in yet because she uses her card for those, but. Those are all of her mailings, so she's gonna have to,
They're. No, there'd be, mailings would be postage, no? Advertising. Because she's gotta put notices in the paper.
probably can check with Giselle too to find out why she increased that number.
She didn't, she decreased it.
Yeah. Mine is 58%.
Yeah,
Oh, the advertising.
postage
I'm not
is
sure why she
expensive, so I can.
So we can put that as a question to Giselle.
Yeah.
Did any requirements change on what she has to post?
Yeah,
Or something like
it's in
that.
a different paper or whatever.
Yeah, because look at the 24, 25.
Yeah.
It was budgeted for 2,400 and only 615 spend,
Yeah.
so.
Postage is expensive, so there's no change there.
On that advertising, she's only spent $338 so far this year.
Okay,
That could be part of it.
So something's changed there.
yeah,
Either she's figured out a cheaper way to do it or requirements on what she has to do. have
I'm
changed.
guessing
Sounds
it's
like it.
probably there, because a lot of it's online, nobody's reading things in the paper anymore.
Yeah, but we still have legal
I know,
requirements.
I know,
Mhm.
So I mean, just look at the RTC and the DTC, they have to post in the paper for anything that they do. So,
well, any of the commissions do,
Yeah.
like zoning and planning and all of it. Reimbursable expenses, that went down as well too. All right, so why is the assessors on down?
How come the assessor went down?
39, 37.
The assessor
40, and then
went down.
38, yeah. Is that
Her
okay?
salary,
Yes.
so her salary amount is calculated based on what her hourly rate would be times her hours, so. I
Oh,
don't
she's
know
paid
why
hourly,
that
she's
amount was
not
put in the year
salary.
before, but this
Okay.
is what her contracted hours are times what her hourly rate would be.
Okay,
okay, I'm down on town clerk, computer lease records.
So the computer lease, the program that she uses in the town clerk's office is due for renewal this year.
Is that GIS?
So
Yeah.
it's the increased expenses at renewal.
that's, the record hub and all that, so for her,
Gotcha.
that's a sizable increase.
Fucking, we need that,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, because it's all public record and all that. So I know we talked about this before, and I'm gonna answer the because I'm looking at a $5,000 increase, 4,009, yeah, $5,000 pretty much for the town clerk's salary. So explain it to me like I'm a child so that I understand it, because I don't. Because I'm looking at increases for everybody else.
Want you to explain?
that are, $600. $500.
What about, how come the can increase it?
So. I don't know if you saw my email. The salary number that was entered in the budget last year doesn't match what the planned biweekly salary was times 26 payrolls.
So during the budget season last year, there were some nasty negotiations that had to happen last year during the budget, and that salary was one of them. And Pam was not happy at all, and I understand because of the salary survey and all of that kind of stuff. But, so. What?
So her salary had gone, her salary was increased prior to the town meeting. The salary increase had already gone into place.
And
So,
it was not backed out as it was showed on the budget. that
because
the
she had
town
already
passed.
had several paychecks at that point. This is my understanding, because I was not involved in the conversation with her.
Her salary the previous year, also if you look at the previous year,
Yeah,
was $1,000 less. So it's just an incorrect number. There's no way they're gonna.
we can't just go before the town when it comes time to go before the town, because I'm not gonna be the only one asking this question. We need to be able to explain this in a better term than it was a mistake. We need to be able to say why it was, because we had to go back 2 times to get the budget passed.
Yeah, it was 3
It
times.
was the 3rd time.
Yes, before the.
And the salary, nobody got a raise. And Pam was actually, and I get it, and I wish she could talk right now, maybe we can make her, we can, no, because it's not public comment anymore, so we can't.
Yep.
But there was a lot of drama around it, because she was actually losing money based on what passed in the budget. So,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But
is that
it didn't.
They did
From what
not,
I'm looking at here, it didn't, and
they did
it
not
should
adjust
have.
her pay. They did not adjust her pay based on what was budgeted.
She was making less than what she should have made. She was making less than what she should
No,
have
she
made.
was making more than what she
She
should
was
have.
making more.
In order to hit the budget number that was entered, she would have had to take $1,000 pay cut.
Yes, that was the deal. And Pam was not happy about it, and I understand, I wouldn't have been happy about it either, but that was what was in the budget that should have happened.
Yeah, so that was what was in the budget. That's what I'm saying. That's what was in the budget, but it was never changed in the payroll. She still received an increase.
So
So what's showing here,
how are we gonna explain that? Because for us, I mean, it happened, didn't happen with us. You know what I mean? But somebody's gonna ask that question, and we know who it might be. But we need to be really, I don't know, this far into it, it's not like you can fix it at this point.
exactly.
So the number that I'm looking at in green right now is the real number. Does
That's the
that
real
reflect,
number
does
for
that
this-
reflect an increase for the next budget?
It does, and is it 3%?
2.85.
Then
2.85%.
I don't think we can do that. Nobody got a raise last year other than Pam. And I don't see a 3% increase on anybody else on here.
Pam is the only one who is a carryover. So.
All right.
Is a new hire.
Giselle is not.
Can I explain this?
Kathy is not.
No, Kathy's,
Brian is not.
Did-
Well, Brian's new.
Did Kathy's hourly rate change?
Everyone's did, I believe. That's what I was just checking. Everyone did receive a raise.
But 1%. Giselle's is like $500. 694, I'm sorry. There's a huge difference.
I just had to get it. Okay, hold on, hold on.
The other piece there is Giselle and Kathy are both hourly. Pam is full-time, so she's salaried. She's not hourly. That's the other difference. And you can't say that that you don't treat an hourly employee differently than you do a salaried employee. When you've
Well,
got someone
salary,
full-time.
well, we gotta fix a mistake that happened somehow, in my opinion, and I don't want to scoop him out of anything, but at the same point, if she thought she was taking a decrease last year and did not, and actually made more, then what's to complain about? If it's not a 3% increase.
So for a salaried employee, the 2.8%, whatever it is, 2.8,
I'm just
Eight,
trying to
whatever.
go for it.
that is, so we're gonna say that there was no cost of living increase for this year.
It looks like everyone received the same raise across the board. Because Pam's position is full-time, it looked like more, and everybody else is part-time, but it looks like everyone got the same increase across the board.
Because Public Works, I know we haven't got to that yet.
Ryan, your salary, correct?
Correct.
You got a 1%, $866. That's not three, that's. Right?
Fix this, we can fix it, so.
No, I don't know, I'm looking at the library too, and I'm gonna assume that Emily's salary over at the library. And hers is,
She's a part-timer, she's not full-time, so she's not salary. I could be wrong.
so that could be everybody all together.
No problem.
And Public Works,
So, all right, so hang on a second, so going back to the town clerk, I don't see the assistant town clerk in there, so that is included on top of that.
I just found something that might add,
Is that right, though, Crystal, is the assistant town clerk, well, that would be more than,
there is a retro pay chart that once the budget actually passed, everybody was retro paid for raises, so they did receive raises, every single. The only two that didn't were Tracy and Julie. Everybody else got increases.
that clicks. Now I remember the discussion around that. So there was a Board of Selectmen meeting discussing that. And that was, what was discussed at the Board of Selectmen meeting was that it was Tracy and Julie, would not get any raise. And that's the budget that was submitted back to the town. And that's the budget that eventually got approved in the third go round.
I remember a different conversation, but that's okay. Where's the assistant town clerk reflected on this?
What's that?
Where's the assistant town clerk reflected on this?
It's listed as, it's under the Board of Selectmen. It's called Town Clerk, Town Hall Aide.
Okay, it's right there.
Yep.
So that's not included in her. No, okay.
That's a reduction because the employee there is out of step one.
Wow, the bank expenses.
Yeah.
What the heck?
There was the move from one bank to another
Yeah. Don't say that.
Yeah,
and,
The bank
um,
expenses is Brinks.
Yeah.
We got a letter saying that their,
oh, that's just Brinks.
their costs are increasing by 50%.
wow.
I was talking to Giselle and Tony about that, like maybe we can start looking somewhere else to.
Other
Because,
than Brinks.
that's a big tag,
Yeah,
Yeah, we can continue the whole thing's been kind of a nightmare with them
right?
to begin with.
that's 100% increase.
Yeah,
But I don't know what we would
I-
do as an alternative.
definitely like it's high on the list to change, like, cause. They only come, sometimes they come once a month, you know, so.
Overall, when you get to the bottom line at the end of this thing, it doesn't look bad at all.
No.
Nope,
But I'm just trying to understand again. So, and a question while we're still into all of this, does this get added on to the bottom line of this?
Capital budget is separate. It's voted on separately.
Okay, good.
yep. Because there's always three line items.
Yeah.
The Board of Selectmen, the Board of Ed, and Capital Improvement
Yeah,
Project.
yeah,
So those
They
are the
can
three
do-
budgets.
yeah,
Yep. And it was on the first two no votes from the town. It was no for Board of Selectmen, no for Board of Ed. Yes on capital improvements. It was the same on the second. No, no, yes. And then it was yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
So,
Well, I'm trying, I don't wanna do that this year. At all. All right, so Public Works, we know what's going on with that one with the staff.
yep. Because what that doesn't show is how much their raise was. Because we lost one body.
Right.
So one body
Yeah.
left, but they have,
And we're
we
not
can't
bringing
do
the
anything,
Public Works
we
person
can't do
back,
anything about their raises
Cause they're union,
because it's union
Yeah.
contract.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is specified
We can't
there.
yeah,
So they get whatever they get there.
I am looking for a part-timer now.
Okay.
Kind of get into the season where they're cutting and doing the catch basins and all that stuff.
And then when we get into winter,
Right, it's gonna be like, we're gonna need another body for winter and, you
Yeah.
know.
did we go with the new uniform provider?
We did.
And nice, that's what we need to do with the brakes.
They're way better quality too, way better customer service.
Which one?
We're going with Swiss uniforms.
Okay,
Aramark was always losing our stuff. Training has increased because, we have one guy working on, an additional CDL certification and we are hoping the new Public Works employee will also get his
Yeah.
CDL.
well, they kind of sort of have to, don't they?
they do.
Yeah,
There's a truck they can use that doesn't need a CDL, but all in all, they should have it. So,
Yeah. And if we get someone who already has a CDL,
all right,
then that budget, that line item will be less for
Yeah.
next year. But we have to budget, assuming that we can't
That
get
we
someone.
can't, right.
well, the thing is, it's like, the higher part-time, what I'm doing now is, you're not gonna get the best of the best. So you're gonna get a good guy, probably with no CDL, because he's not gonna take what we're offering him. So that's where we're at with that.
We're saving more than that in salary though, because
Right.
of the beacon.
Right. Right now, running 2.5, 2 right now, so, which it hasn't been bad for the last couple of months, but it's gonna get busy, so they're gonna need another half guy.
How are we doing with gas?
With what?
For gas, for public works?
Doing okay. The school buses, the new buses they purchased last year are not diesel.
Oh,
So we
okay,
have to look at our diesel contract, to make sure that we're not obligating ourselves for more than we can possibly use, because now it's only half of the bus fleet that's using it, and the fire department and us. But the school and the fire department pay invoices to us to
yeah.
offset.
So for the 25-26 budget, it was down at 20,000. Do we know where we're at with that right now? Since we're gonna
Yeah.
budget 27 for it, right now probably isn't a bad idea considering.
That's probably low.
Well, hopefully,
So currently for fuel and gasoline, we are at 34,000, but we still have invoices that we.
that we're waiting to get paid on.
15,000 come from the school.
Okay,
We should be fine with that line.
okay.
How much did you say we're at right now?
What's that?
Much did you
37,
We're over by 14,130,
Yeah.
but,
there's outstanding invoices.
but we still have invoices due from both departments,
Okay,
so that should offset.
gotcha.
It's not terrible, public work.
No, none of them are really, that, I mean, it's just a
So-
matter of understanding. None of them are awful.
Down public safety.
Yeah. Service contract is,
Service contract.
repairs, what do they have going on?
What do they got going on over there, she said?
Where?
With the library,
Do we have their line, do we have
Library.
their line items, like for the library and the ones that the department
What about that?
submit?
Which one are you talking about, technology?
Service contracts and repairs.
Okay, yep. there's some.
I can ask Emily.
Did they finish all the work in the basement? Because there was a lot of basement work that was going on over there. There's also
They had mold a while back, right?
Yeah. There's also the non-usable bathroom. They have a bathroom, but there's also a non-usable
Because
bathroom.
it's not ADA.
I'm not sure where they are with that, but they do have 11,000 in their building improvement fund. So those funds wouldn't come out of the budget, they're already set aside.
Okay,
Technology, which is, it's still not even,
compared to
15.
yeah,
the 2,700 actual for 24, 25.
right.
Yeah.
I'd say everybody's done really well about
Right.
keeping costs down where they can. Legal fees are down.
And go on to- $1,000.
Legal notices.
Yeah, for a P and Z.
What is it?
Planning and
Zoning.
zoning, legal notices, yep.
All right, talk to me about the building official.
That.
He went from 20, he's going from 25 to 27. I'm down in the building department now.
It comes with it normally.
Is he doing more hours for us or?
Alright, so. So. Building official, zoning officer, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's both.
Huh? Was that Pam?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Pam.
sorry. Sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't muted. It's both.
It's,
John is the zoning official. He's paid
Oh,
partially
John
by
is on
planning
it
and
too?
zoning.
John's
He's-
gonna do that.
John's salary comes out of planning and zoning and
Job
the
planner.
selectmen.
Okay, thank you.
He's
You're welcome.
contract,
Yeah,
it's a contracted service, and actually, he's been doing amazing work for us for several years and hasn't ever increased. This is the first year that.
well, that's because he was under contract for it for, I think, 4 or 5 years. He came on when I was here.
But also, don't forget, the first 3 years that John was here, cost the town nothing,
yeah,
because he was paid out of ARPA funding.
And,
So,
and even now, because a lot of his work has to do with the community water study, he's paid half out of that right now.
right, he has brought on board, and what he has brought in terms of grants
right.
that we would never have been able to get without a dedicated position is multiples of what we pay for that contract.
Spectacularly knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's really
Yes.
good. I was impressed when I first came in, he was talking to me and I was like, okay.
It's
Like he was.
Yeah, his company, because it's him and a partner, they specialize in small towns
Yeah,
And they
and
do it
they
wonderful.
know their stuff.
Yeah.
so
So,
I asked him something, to look into something, it's like,
He knows it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if he doesn't, he knows where to get the answer
Yeah.
quickly.
definitely be a big loss. But,
Yeah, and again,
and Rick
it's,
also, Rick's good.
but what John brings in terms of grants that we
Right.
get,
Oh,
they would all go away.
Yeah.
Right.
pays
You know,
for it.
we're talking
Because
millions.
nobody
Right.
else is doing it.
Yeah.
Nobody else is gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah, so, you know, that is cheap, that would be cheap at, 5 times the price,
Right.
but
Were you part of the budget talk for building?
I am in there, building.
No, I know you are.
Building and land.
I know you
I was
are.
like, I should be.
Were
in
you
there.
part of the budget process for it?
No,
No, Rick handled it.
Rick
Rick
handled
and
it.
John.
Yep, John handled his with Juliet, and then Rick handled his.
Okay,
So I wasn't a part of neither.
I was just wondering about the increase for
One.
the conferences and training and.
it's trying to re-normalize what we were at the previous year. It's the same.
Depends, what would the budget between the actual, with double that, because I know that they do a lot of stuff on there.
I think it's
Yeah.
his books. Remember he was saying that his books are.
The
there's
code
a new
books at the
code book.
bottom, yeah, he has to replace his code books.
Oh, yeah, the code books
Yeah,
are,
those went up, I
that's
do know
about
that.
$700 for code
Yeah.
books right there. Discount on.
You know. Well, this-
Yeah, EDC. And there's that 200% that I pointed out at the
Yeah.
beginning, as I was going through, so we hit that.
But they,
Oh, a 407%.
yeah, oh, gee. But, oh, wait, that's for the tourism promotion and workshop. Okay, so this
Yeah.
was one that I was looking at. And I know that somebody mentioned something about maps.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
replace their, trail maps.
Excuse me.
So,
The driving, increase for EDC though is actually, the chairman is looking at a matching grant that they want to do, and I explained to him if this was something that was going to be a one-off, then it should go into capital projects, but if it was gonna be every single budget, then it would go in his operating budget, and he said it is a grant, but it's a 1-to-1 grant match, so we'd have to put out 5,000 to get 5,000 for this grant, so
all right, so, this is just, small town, Voluntown,
Right.
where we have forests and beach farm. What are we attracting? What are they, what kind of grant is he looking
What grant
for?
do you want?
I'm not sure.
So,
That's good information to have.
so the EDC,
Yeah.
what they're trying to bring into Voluntown is they're trying to promote, everything to do in town. So
Yeah.
that brings in people to, I can camp in the forest, and then, in theory, use the stores on their way in and out of town to gas up or buy food.
Right,
Or stop at the restaurant. It is also part of their mission is to attract people to want to live here. Because because new houses increases.
Increases the tax, I get
Exactly.
that.
It's also trying to increase businesses coming into town.
Where are we gonna put them? That's my age-old question when it comes down to a new business that's coming to town, where are we gonna put them?
That is beyond our scope. Like, what was, where the brewery is, when the brewery finally opens, what was there before the brewery was there? Do you remember?
I don't remember that was there before that, was it nothing?
It was nothing.
Yeah.
So-
So we do changes and all that, and the new changes that are coming up with the HDE 8002, the new zoning and everything, it's gonna open up a lot of different, a lot of different things for us.
Okay, we're doing
Yeah,
I just wonder what it's actually, what are their, the tourism promotion, workshop and ads, what kind of workshop, tourism promotion? I mean,
so, but that's the whole purpose of the EDC is to try and drive
well, I
things that will
understand.
increase growth and revenue.
Yeah, I'd rather see it go back to, 4,000.
I do have the explanation on that grant.
Oh,
The ERTD grant requires a one-to-one match and is a critical tool to supporting local businesses, especially those that support the seasonal visitors.
You said that was a 5,000?
Yeah, so we give 5,000 to get 5,000. And he's saying that he would do that every year, but it does increase his budget by,
right,
Roughly $5,000.
yeah, about that, yeah.
Well, actually a little bit less, because if you look at the 24-25, it was 3,900.
yeah,
Okay, so, I mean, do the math here.
I do
Um,
know that they did some cutting in terms of expenses that weren't being used year to year.
Right, so
Yeah.
that 7,100 is that, add the $5,000 on top of the 3,900. And then they cut to get down to that 7,100.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
it does, yeah, to an extent. I mean, it equals out towards the end of it. It just, I'm trying to understand what they're gonna do with that,
Go find out.
you know?
Joe.
Yeah.
So. Maybe we could talk to Mark before Tuesday. And see,
We're talking tomorrow.
double check on this. That way we understand it more.
Okay, thank you.
No, it's at 410% a big jump.
When you look at the overall, it's a 97%.
Yeah.
Even when you lost a couple of 100% things right there, because it's not much. Yeah, I just want to know a little bit more about it. So what happened to basketball? Do we not have basketball anymore?
Basketball.
Basketball program.
Yeah, the basketball program. I'm down under the recreation commission right now.
Yeah.
Because that just jumped right out at me. That's the whole budget that went away.
They're not cutting it. They're not cutting basketball, it's moved to community programs. So they just lumped all of those together.
So that big increase of 94% at the bottom of rec commission, basketball's now in there. So rather than,
Yeah, only because they combined basketball.
Where is it?
so that 94% increase at the bottom of rec commission,
Oh, what page? Where?
on rec commission, you were just looking at basketball. So go down a couple of lines from basketball.
Yeah.
You'll
Oh,
see a
yeah,
94% increase.
Community programs activity.
Oh, there we go.
It's offset by that.
So that moved basketball into there.
So can we remove that whole line if they're gonna move it all the way in there?
We can, but it was on last year's budget, so
Right.
we need to have it here now. So on next year's budget, it'll
We can
go
remove
away.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
because,
I mean, because that's confusing.
Yep.
Right? Oh, because somebody's gonna say.
yep, nope, yeah, and you like, hey, what's going on there?
Right, exactly.
Yep.
So community programs and activities, playground maintenance, did they put all of those in there, do you think? No, couldn't have.
Well,
playground maintenance.
Because it's more than the 3, 4,
They just got rid of
5,
playground maintenance.
Yeah.
6. So yeah, it is. It looks like they put it all in
They
one.
combined it with equipment and repairs.
Yeah,
They're trying to simplify their budget.
well, I think
Right.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Everybody should do that. It's weird how that one didn't go up though. Equipment and repairs didn't go up at all. Wait a minute. So 25, 26, it was 0, then it went up, that's fine.
Is that an error on the calculation?
Right,
Um. That would be my assumption.
Was that a multiply by 0 in that equation?
It
Yeah.
probably should not have been, yeah,
Yeah, that's what that was.
because that's
It's
100%,
because it
that's
tried-
100% increase right
it
there.
tried to divide by 0.
Yeah. So,
So the
Right.
bottom total, the numerical totals are correct, it's just that 1% that's not. Because the Excel.
right, because that 52% increase total
Yep.
includes that 8,500.
Right,
That's an Excel error.
The 200% increase. Or Brian talked to that department.
yeah. And this would be, because we pass these out at the meeting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta make sure it's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and did we hire somebody part-time on that? We have the driver, right? Is the driver,
Like, yeah,
is he included, is that the elderly transportation?
Senior transportation.
Is he included in that?
it
What's
was
that?
like included.
Mike included in the municipal agent for the elderly.
Yeah, so Mike is the bottom green number. The top green number is Kelsey.
Okay,
And both of those are increased because that program has really taken off. Our elderly residents are making.
So the number of hours for Kelsey from the previous, that was an increase in hours for that 22%.
Yeah, so, you know, in the previous year, the program was really just starting. Whereas he's working, the contract based on the program, was up to 50 hours. Per payroll, so
2 weeks.
up to 25 hours a week for
Yeah.
that. And he's getting close to that at this point. There are quite a bit of trips and activities and doctor's appointments and things that our seniors are going on, and so he's working quite a bit. And this is also, we have revenue that comes in for this program. We get, 21,000 a year for the program, so it's offset by that.
Yeah, and that was for getting that van, we had to have it operational in order to get that money coming in. And if we didn't have it operational by the previous year, we would have missed that money completely.
Yeah, so
So,
Kelsey's been filing those reports religiously and we've been doing great with that.
She increased her hours?
What's that?
Is she increased her hours? How many hours does she do?
She's working a few more hours than when the program started too.
Well, then, Jan.
yeah,
Oh, that's 11, so.
Yeah, it looks like it's bringing him back up to 24, 25. Actually, not even. Is he paid by meeting or is that?
How is
That he gets per month?
Joe Theroux? That's Joe Theroux.
Yeah, it is.
How does he get paid? Does he get paid
Is it by meeting?
How does Joe
by
get
meeting
paid?
or by just?
He has a time clock, time card like everybody else.
Okay,
Okay.
It's my understanding he keeps like an actual physical book of what he's doing,
Okay.
but he
Yeah.
just clocks in on the time clock.
Yep. He does, because I just had him out for wetlands.
Yeah.
Visit.
I never see him ever, but I don't work in the wetlands, so.
He is the roving town employee who's
Mhm.
never in town hall, but is always out and about. So,
all right. Service contracts and repairs for, that was voting machines, right?
Um, Service contact.
the registrar,
Registrars, yeah, I think that that's what they had said, because it's a contract thing.
Makes sense.
That is the, election software.
Yeah. Wow. The insurance went on. And health insurance,
Yeah, that's a,
health insurance is down,
I think the health insurance is down.
yeah, because you've got three people who are declining health insurance because
Yeah.
they have outside coverage.
no?
I know, I told you. I could have had the martini. Okay.
I did meet with our, liability and property insurance rep, and he said that it should be about a 10% increase.
Um. There's another Excel error.
Which one?
Which one?
Municipal grant expenses.
So those are just in and outs. The grants come in and we pay them back, right back out. So historical documents grant, we have to pay.
Gotcha, okay, I'm seeing everything is
The
still at
grants come
zero.
in on the revenue and we pay them right back out. Low SIP is the same thing. We get money for low SIP and then we pay right back out.
Got it.
I apologize. I don't feel well tonight, so that's why I'm in and out. So I apologize for that.
We just discussed, you don't get any of us sick,
Yeah.
you're okay.
Uh,
Ready to go to the next page?
Yeah. So, but did you guys check the numbers at the bottom?
That's sorry, that's what I was looking for, but the grand
Yeah.
total,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had 2,775,417 for 25, 26, and we're at 27,86,285.
Yeah.
Which is a $10,000 increase, which is nothing.
Yeah.
That's if we leave everything the same.
0.99%.
yeah, so I mean, the mill rate change would be. Could potentially be nothing, and that's gonna depend on. What Giselle actually is in.
Yeah.
She's had a good year. You talked to her.
Currently depending massively on the board benefits.
What was that?
Yeah,
What of that? That's all waiting on. Yeah, that's
I watched that meeting. Did you watch the meeting, Chief? Yep.
No, I didn't have a chance. I was supposed to last night, but I didn't.
All right, budget, budget, yeah.
So the pilot fund getting whacked, as usual.
We're still hoping on that. We gotta wait till like May 1st to figure that out. We talked to Brian and Heather, and we're still waiting on that. So,
Do we have till May
that's-
1st on that?
yeah, that's
That's a maybe.
$66,000 hit or something like that.
Yeah, 65K.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
well, we knew that
we're
was
still,
coming.
we're still hopeful though, but have faith. Little, but we're still hopeful.
So is adult education go away, or is that? I didn't even know we did adult education, to be honest with you.
Did adult education go away? At minus 100%,
What's that?
adult education for Board of Ed.
We're looking at the back here.
Yeah, so in the red, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what is happening is the, state funding that is allocated for specific budgeted purposes, adult education, special education, and magnet schools, is netted, it's net against the Board of Ed's budget. So those monies are going into their grant account for them to use to offset those expenses. So the hit for us is that it's not in the revenue budget anymore, but they've reduced their budget by that amount. But it also, it's not comparing apples to apples anymore, because the budget is not being reported the same way. It's being reported correctly, I think, but, it's not being reported the same way. So Scott does, intend to give an explanation for how that's being reported. It's not anything different. In previous years, the Board of Ed would budget their full expenditure, and we would report the revenues as part of the revenue budget. And so now those monies aren't hitting either budget, not the revenue or the expense. Which they do have, other monies that do that. School readiness is the same way. We never see that. It goes directly into their grant. So it does make sense that these specifically allocated funds should go into that separate account. And the educational cost sharing, because it's a subsidization, it's not,
it does not go into that account.
that goes into the general fund.
Right.
It's still part of their allocation, but
Yeah.
The fact that it's going up 8.54%.
Yeah. I know, right, into the
So Sue, you said you watched the Board of Ed.
I did.
What's the explanation for the 2.87% increase in the Board of Ed budget?
Well, because everything went up in price. Everything is going up in price from that's what happened. I was a little shocked.
Well,
There was a whole lot of talking and not a whole lot of action,
With,
in my opinion.
I did talk about Scott. Get that.
What do you say? Yeah,
because my big question is on the certified salaries. We had several retirements.
mhm.
So how did certified, how many new positions did he want to add to
So-
offset?
That level of detail that we're looking for and talking about right here was not included that I saw
Yeah.
throughout it.
Because my understanding was of the, and I don't know the exact number of retirements. I know it was at least 3.
Yeah,
So these would be top end of the salary chart,
yeah,
and there was no need to replace all 3 of them
right,
if the number was 3. So even if you replaced all 3 of
it
them,
wouldn't be top
and that would
tier.
be step 1.
Right. Right,
And there was no plan to replace all of them, as far as I know. So what other positions are being created that are driving a salary increase? So. The special ed certified salaries went down. Although non-certified salaries went up. So is there an extra body there?
Yeah, that looks like an additional para.
Yep. And that may be a need based on special ed students,
yeah,
which is, we have absolutely 0 control over.
No,
Because I know Adam's favorite story to tell was the bullet we dodged with the 2/3 of the way through a budget year. We almost got, due to a court case, he almost got forced to take on a $250,000 outplacement.
yeah,
We did pay 1 month of that out.
Well, we never actually got that outplacement, is what I remember him saying.
Last year? We did, we paid 1 month. On both.
And then it
It
was
was,
only,
yeah, I mean,
and then they moved again. Yeah, but that was, that would have been, a
cash.
$250,000 increase to that budget that, okay,
The biggest change I can see.
Yeah.
My experience on this is, the 2110 line.
two one zero,
2110.
2110, gotcha.
Oh, second.
Yep,
there's the tuition too, that was the big one that went up. The high schools. That was where a lot of it, where a good chunk of it was as well.
yeah, bringing in a social worker. And I'm assuming at 70K, that's a full-time social worker.
Oh,
is that the state making us do
Medical
that?
benefits.
Yeah, so that's a 6-figure
Mm.
full-time person there.
That's
Is
the-
that needed?
That's the jump. That's the jump right there. I
yeah,
don't know if the state's making them do this or if it's,
Yeah, because it's a
Because I-
212K jump overall,
Right.
and that's more than half of it right there.
got 40 on the tuition of the high school. Another 15,
Where's the tuition?
it's in the top, it's 1,000, the regular education is going from 1,116 to 1,020.
Got it.
the kid.
Nothing 30 for wages.
also a student that he thinks is gonna graduate this year, so maybe that'll bring it down to that's, special needs.
Mhm.
So, I'll bring it down to.
Well, even when a student, special needs student graduates from high school,
I need to calculate.
there is still additional programs that that student is eligible for, that the Board of Ed has to
I
pay
like
for,
mine way over there.
even after graduation.
Create problems with it.
So, so Brian, you said you've already talked to Scott about,
I talked to Scott, like, trying with this, like, seeing what's going on. I asked, they haven't hired the,
social work.
social worker yet. So,
And now with you guys, we're talking about 102, right?
so that right there, so.
Yeah, that's 108, the social worker
So that would
Oh,
total.
what's the,
But like I said, I don't know
Where that's coming from.
where the state. They
are
have.
they pushing them to do
Yeah,
it?
like. On that, so.
Oh, thank you. I'll give you the phone back. Thank you.
I should want my phone to lock on you.
No, that's okay. I just kept right at it.
So before this goes to the budget goes to the town at the town meeting. Or actually, it's the town, no, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Next week is not the town meeting. Next week is the discussion. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. Yeah. It's after that, we have to vote to approve the budget for the Board of Selectmen. Yep. Anything else on the budget that, do we want any questions on the capital improvement program?
Yeah,
Have the itemized capital request from the fire department, it's new turnout gear. All of their gear needs to be, their turnout gear is just at the end of a set and equipment, thermal imaging. And training.
thermal imaging.
They're NIFTs
Yeah,
and FTIs.
yeah. We get your, somebody in the woods, maybe.
Well, it's not just that. It's for like in a structure fire.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
I could,
for the whole
I could find
thing.
the person.
How many are they looking for? How many of them are there now? Didn't we lose a bunch?
Somebody what?
Firemen,
Firefighters.
That we pay? Or the volunteers?
either way. Well, the ones that,
So we increased
Yeah,
the
who are
paid
we-
staff for the weekends.
yeah,
That was something that happened not last year, the year before. We went to full-time weekend coverage because we couldn't get enough volunteers.
yeah,
Because again, we're paying less than all the surrounding towns. So the problem we had was a lot of people would come to us to get trained
and then we,
and then go volunteer somewhere else for more money.
Which,
Go work for someone else making more money, not all.
I was gonna say.
go volunteer for someone else,
Right.
not the paid staff, the volunteer.
Right, would go and get paid. Well, yeah,
They would come to us to get trained
yeah,
and then go volunteer
go.
somewhere else for more money. So then we would have to pay to train more volunteers. We have to pay to train volunteers.
yeah,
So. So that was part of the problem was, yeah, that was, and part of the resolution for that was we needed to increase the paid staff to cover full coverage over the weekends.
yeah.
So that we needed less volunteers. We also increased the volunteer rate as well. So. Probably for next budget year, we probably need, fire chief to come in and give us a discussion on where things are at.
Right, well, how do we, I mean, you go how many times we've been driving down the road Memorial Day, whatever, and you got the boot. Right? Somewhere. I have never seen that happen out here.
Well, the boot is normally for a firefighter who's been injured. That's not just fundraising.
Well, that's okay, because if we get a firefighter injured, it'd be nice to have a little staff
Yeah.
for him.
That will,
Because we would take a hit on that, right?
Well, workers' comp, yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll mention it to, Emo and Jody, see what we can do with that.
I mean, because we can do that if we're,
Is that, you're talking about the guys that are standing at the lights?
yeah.
Like we gotta understand, like, whatever, that we don't
Well,
want
I
to get
mean,
killed.
especially if we're doing, like, if we were able to do something Labor Day weekend,
Yeah.
we're able to,
Yeah.
where
Even,
do we
even,
have, where do we have funding for that?
that was in,
In rec? Or even to? Was that, okay, that's what I thought, that's one,
that,
because when I was looking through it, I was like, it doesn't seem like enough. Oh, I can't see the small print.
yeah,
Which item under EDC, you saying, Brian?
Then our EDC or rec, there's EDC Recreation Commission,
right.
because we got equipment and repairs, community events was 2,500.
EDC.
Didn't we have something,
For
like,
Memorial Day.
we were gonna cut the fireworks out, and we had the other two,
That's right.
yeah,
Where?
what, but I don't see it on here. Like, we were gonna,
So you're talking about the.
I didn't cut-
Yes,
That's under community events, I believe, under rec. You go under
Okay.
rec, it's
That's
like
$2,500.
Initially, they wanted 10,000.
yeah, well, that was, yeah,
But
and that
we
was,
talked-
and.
for the fireworks.
7,500.
Works
was
budget
fireworks.
previously was like a
I don't think
200% increase.
It's gonna increase big time over here. We do that. Last time they had fireworks, they saved like 10 years for it,
Wow,
Yeah,
so.
I will, because I was wondering how much that was.
As much as I'd love, everybody would love it, but I mean, it's just a
Well,
cost thing.
I wonder if, I mean, we have residents who go all out at the 4th of July and do fireworks on Beach Pond.
Mhm.
If we,
which is all completely illegal.
well, they do it anyway.
No, but I'm trying to guess where you're going here.
Well,
If they contributed
if,
to,
yes, if they contribute to this 250th anniversary, and not that we're gonna, call the cops on, if you're doing something illegal. Whatever. But that might be a way of, then we're looking at liability for it.
Yeah, it's just,
But if we ask, I mean, people can say no,
Yeah.
right? But if we don't ask, the answer is always no. It's never gonna happen if we don't ask. And we don't have to ask it to be part of the budget, but we can look for contributions from the community to make this party happen.
Right.
We have a bunch of patriotic people in town.
Right.
Right? So I think that we could pull it off. We just need a a plan for it. And I know that's off topic from the budget, but I was looking for it in the budget, which was why I brought it up.
We could give them $10,000. That they want. They want 10,000. I thought it was kind of,
I thought it was more than that, but
right now looking at, we were talking about fireworks in the beginning of this, but it's just, like I said, it's a liability, it's, you know, I mean,
yeah,
so bottom line is we gotta pay for it. I mean, right now we're at like a car show, food trucks,
right,
beer garden,
yeah,
stuff for the kids,
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
yeah,
So that without the fireworks,
right.
so.
I got
All right, so
Well, we do have,
we got, I mean, think about it, we got till Tuesday to figure it out.
I feel like ours has been, we had a couple of things on there that we were just gonna, I mean, it's pennies when it comes down to it,
Right.
right?
Right.
Which was. Was the office supply, I think,
30%, with the,
yeah,
Board of Selectmen?
Huh?
We were, Board of Selectmen?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
32%.
yeah. I mean, we have to be using less paper now.
Can we bring that down at all, that $7,000 for office supplies?
Yeah.
I mean, if you'll,
What do you want me to bring it down to?
5? Or that,
We had,
where are we at now? Oh, no, we can't go.
we were at 47, we had that, because we had 53 budgeted and we had 47. So even if we just take it down $1,000, I
Yeah.
mean, it's nothing, it's pennies when it
Right.
comes down to it, but.
Right. You do that and add it to the, what, rec? Oh, yeah,
Well, and this is just the Board of Selectmen
right,
office supplies too. Public Works has their own office
Right.
supplies. Town Clerk has their own, assessors have their own. So we can definitely reduce that.
so. We got, we got a ton of things over there that have been sitting there since I got here in those cupboards. So maybe we can use that out, and then we can start buying all the stuff. I mean, there is stuff that we need, that we have to buy, but
Oh, we're gonna do the bank expenses too, like the Brinks
yeah,
thing.
yeah, that, so if we can talk to Tony and figure out this Brinks thing, then there it is right there. I mean,
That's, cause that's another couple thousand there, and I mean,
Right.
that's something that could
Right.
easily be a couple of phone calls, I think, to
right,
get quotes for it.
right. Are you looking to get this party going, or you looking for fireworks, or just getting it as best as we can?
Either way,
for Labor Day, right?
huh?
No,
For Labor Day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So.
I mean, I feel, I don't know, I feel like if we do the best that we can with it right off the bat.
Me and Tony talked about a few things we could do, I don't wanna mention it here now, but. There is a couple things we can do to. Help this out with Brinks. So, Brinks, with this, we need to, we really need to, really need to look into something else
Yeah.
besides what we're doing.
The only way I could see around that, and I don't know what we were doing before, maybe Skip knows. I don't think we were always working with Brinks, or we going to the bank ourselves. Multiple members of our staff are bonded,
We can
so I
talk
don't know
about
if we
that.
were going to the bank ourselves.
We can talk about stuff, so. I don't really wanna talk.
So
about
you know that it's just.
We were always using Brinks, even when we were with the citizens, it was part of our contract. For the last 10 years, that I've been here, we've used Brinks.
That's a big jump.
We've used Brinks for 10 years.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, at least 10 years.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I was thinking through it, and I was like, no, we've always had secure pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous for employees to be carrying that much
Take
money.
advantage of yourself, that's-
Yeah, I don't, I'm in the conversation with Tony, that
That
was
was
far
not
from
even
what we
part
were
of it.
talking about.
Right,
Yeah.
that just came
So-
up here.
Right now, they're also
No.
doing a weekly.
But I don't suggest that either.
No.
So, but I suggest that we look for something else, because I think this is crazy.
Yeah,
Sometimes we have them come twice, not like, you know what I mean, like. There's
Well-
times of the year we have it, and then there's times we don't, so.
all right, the only other place that, going back to what my little scratches on my little sheet of paper are over here, was the tourism promotion and workshop ad. If we can shake that up a little bit, cause that one is a 407% increase.
What we need to know is what they want to do
Yeah.
with the 10K that they're gonna do, because it's 5K to get the matching grant of 5K.
Right.
That's why the big increase. Because we've got to put up 5K in order to get the matching grant of 5K. What do they want to do with that 10K?
Okay. And that's good,
That's a question to Mark, is what I've done
okay,
in my
Yeah.
chicken scratch on the.
I know he's working on a lot of stuff back here too.
Yeah.
So he wants to put,
Eighth Street.
pickleball and, we wanna make the, it's right over there. People want to come and see what he wants to do, so. I don't know if any of that's got to do with what you want,
I
so
don't know.
Oh, the
I
Gate Street
think
complex?
that's part of
Yeah.
the Gate Street.
Yeah, that's the
That-
gate,
that-
that's separate.
that's separate,
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
from the EDC.
okay. But, yeah, I mean, we could talk to him again about that, maybe he can come down,
Okay,
that's a option too.
and we also have the, from the finance director, the request for transfer. That one sheet that Crystal, you sent out
oh, yeah,
today.
yeah,
But we've got to vote on that.
Yep. Maybe a copy of that.
You do,
oh, you do, I was reading it, I did.
because you had one too. I signed that one because we corrected, there was a typo that we corrected, so I put my signature down, just so we knew which was the one that
What's
was,
the one?
did not have the typo on it.
This was good.
Appreciate that.
Oh, this is the one that,
That was, 23, 24, what they did,
okay,
so it'll,
yeah,
So this is just transferring line item to line
Yeah.
item.
yeah,
The top one is snow removal, which
yeah,
nobody could have budgeted for this year.
no, yeah,
no,
and the public work salaries.
The rest are right sizing all those salaries, yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Questions, comments, or concerns?
Just the same one again, but that's okay.
good.
And it has to come from somewhere, so there's really no,
It's not increasing anything.
It's not increasing.
no, I know. I know,
As long as it doesn't increase it.
yeah,
In that case, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the request for transfer from the finance director for the items listed.
I'll second,
All in favor?
Aye. Then I'm gonna, we're ready for the next motion?
Yep.
I make a motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?